2009 on an '09 Porsche Cayman. This is the 2.9 automatic boxed car. With it being a Gen 2, a Generation 2, it's the PDK gearbox. So it's a slightly sort of the better gearbox, not the early Sporttronics or Tiptronics. So it's the PDK automatic box on this one, in white, with the black decals and the black and silver wheels. I say it's a 2.9. Bodyweight wise, I'm going to start off the bonnet. It's all nice and tidy up the bonnet, all nice and straight. There's a few light sponge scratches where it's been washed over the years on the bonnet there. The odd little stone chip as well. As we come down the passenger wing onto the headlights, nice and clear on both sides on the headlights, no cracks in those or any fading. The bumper itself, we've got a few stone chips, but it's nice and straight across the front end. Especially with it being white, you normally sort of notice the stone chips a little bit more across the front. And we've got a tiny little mark here, it's not even through the paint, that on the left-hand bumper corner. Decals are okay down the bottom there. Those spot lamps are all right. There's a few little bits of sort of they get a bit like that sometimes, where the chrome sort of flakes off a little bit, but nice and presentable. The grills are all intact, no cracks, dings or dents there, apart from a few stone chips, all nice and tidy across the front end. That lower black splitter, nice and straight as well, not cracked anywhere. Indicators are nice and clear on the side of the wing to bumper. As we come round the driver's wing top there, all nice and tidy around the fuel cap, no big scratches, dings or dents there at all nice and tidy around the front wheel arch. Have a look at those wheels want a refurb in places, the odd little curb mark here and there. We'll go a lower half of sill section, all right, a few stone chips again down there, and the odd little mark, little stone chip here and there. Decals again nice and straight. Driver's doors lovely and tidy, no big dings or dents down the door either. Up the window pillar, across the top, we'll have a good look at the roof. Apart from the odd light surface scratch where it's been washed over the years, it's all nice and presentable across there. Nice and tidy on the roof, have a good look at that. No dings or dents on the roof there at all. Lovely and straight. Windows are all nice and clear as well. No scratching on those. Wing mirror cap, a few little stone chips and a tiny little scuff on the back edge of the cap. Wing mirror is not cracked anywhere. Around the handle again, no major marking. It's a little bit dirty in places. And the odd little sort of stone chip, like you can see there, sort of like three little chips there. But again, nice and presentable as we come on the rear quarter. Down the front of the arch there. Still got the little mud guard on. Around here, around the grills, got a little bit of a mark there. This might not be given it a good hand polish to get some of that ingrained dirt out. With it being white, they do get dirty quite quickly. Down that lovely big rear arch and quarter. We'll go around the wheel arch here so you can have a good look at that. Nice and straight. Have a good look at that wheel and tyre as well. As we come onto the right hand side bumper corner, you'll see we've got parking sensors. So we've got no scuffs on the right hand side. Again, light lenses are crack free on both sides. No scuffs on the left-hand side. It's always a little bit concerning when you've got a car with parking sensors and the back bumper's always scuffed a bit, but that is not the case on this one. Lovely and straight down the lower half. So we've got this gloss black spoiler here. There's a few little marks on the spoiler there. Up onto the boot lid itself is all nice and presentable. Nice and tidy across the boot. Like I say, it wants a good polish in places. Just there's some ingrained dirt from over the years of washing and missing little bits. As we come down onto the left-hand side, around that wheel arch again, nice and straight and tidy around the wheel arch. A little bit of a stone chip sort of dent here on the bottom of the left-hand side wheel arch there. We'll have a good look at that wheel and tyre there. As we come down the lower half of the passenger side, all nice and straight, up onto the passenger door itself, nice and tidy around the handle, and again, nice and straight down the door itself. Wing mirror cap on this side, there's no scuffs or scrapes or cracks on that at all. Nice and tidy down the left hand side as we come onto the passenger front wheel arch now. Again, all okay around there. A few little stone chips Nice and straight down here, down this side as well. Like I say, once a bit of a hand polish in places to get engraved in. I only got a few stone chips, but it's a 2009 car. It's sort of to be expected. Into the interior now. Nice and tidy on the door card there. All nice and straight, no rips or tears across the top of the door. No major discoloration. A few little marks around the handles, which you do get, but no, sometimes they're all black where they've been sort of rubbed through over the years. That one's all nice and tidy. A few little marks here on the top of the door there. I've just noticed that on the inside of the door check. Black Porsche mats throughout, which are all nice and straight, been doing their job and protecting the carpet underneath. Dash top, lovely and tidy. No cracks on that at all. As you come down the centre console, you'll see we've got a Parrot hands-free fitted there. Standard head unit, which is nice to see in one of these Caymans. All nice and tidy around the buttons. As we come down the centre console, you'll see the controls for your Parrot. Not a lot of wear to the gear knob either. Dials, lovely and clear. No cracking in those at all. The wheels all nice and straight. A little bit of wear at the top, which is to be expected. The seat itself, we've got some wear to the bolster there, a little bit of discoloration, but no rips or tears at all. All nice and straight and tidy on the rest of the seat. Lower swab, minimal wear really to the bottom edge there. Nice and tidy in there. Headlining's lovely and clean, black headlining. Lovely and straight across the headlining. Back down the dash, we'll have a good look at that there. As we come into the boot compartment, remember these are mid-engine, so your engine is in there. That's all nice and tidy, the engine cover nice and straight. The boot carpet itself is nice and clean. No, a few little light scratches to the alley trim there, but it's not peeling off or flaked off anywhere. All nice and presentable in there. Into the left-hand side front. Again, nice and tidy across the door card. No real wear around the handle and the window switches, which I'm just putting the window down there. And the passenger seat itself, showing minimal wear to the bolster. Nice and straight across the lower half as well. Backrest, all nice and tidy. Dashboard from the left-hand side, all nice and clean as well. Black mats on this side as well, doing their job protecting that carpet underneath. As we go into the front boot compartment, nice and tidy in there. The battery cover is still there with both its clips, which is a rarity on its own. All nice and straight and tidy in there. Jamie's going to fire it up. We'll go to the back of the car while he does that. No smoke there at all. No funny rattles or unwanted noises from that. And there you have it, the 2009 Porsche Cayman in white.